Welcome to the latest edition of Inside Carolina. I'm your host, Hannah Hall, a proud alumna of the university. Well, it is springtime on campus, a time for growth and change. And in this episode, we're going to explore some exciting changes coming to campus housing. All of this is part of USC's 10-year master plan called USC Next. We'll also meet an extraordinary student who's making headlines with an innovative medical device. Let's go inside Carolina. We start inside the newly renovated Thornwell Residence Hall. It's one of the exciting changes happening here as they reinvigorate the historic campus core. It's really beautiful. We're going to meet April Barnes, the Assistant Vice President of Campus Housing. April, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for hosting us in this beautiful building. Yes. This is the Thornwell Residence Hall, newly renovated.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about how you all renovated this beautiful space, made it look new, and indeed it is historic.
Absolutely. So Thornwell was built in 1913. It was the first residence hall on campus. So bringing students back to that space where it was originally designed to be is really encouraging and really exciting. And Thornwell is really unique. It was built in columns and stacks, and we took it down not to just the studs, but even beyond that, to just the exterior facade of the building was the only thing that was left untouched. We put in floors and we connected each of the stacks. We actually have some really fascinating features in Thornwell that preserves that historic piece where we built out an entrance to Thornwell, and you can actually see the outside facade of the building coming in, so you get to enter through the original doors and through the original spaces with a modern exterior space that really serves two purposes, that entrance to the building, but also provides common spaces as you go up in the building where students can gather and that community can be formed.
Thornwell isn't the only project you guys have, putting some TLC and some special touches into it. Tell me about some of these other renovations happening.
Absolutely. So we are currently renovating Woodrow, which actually was built in 1914, so right after Thornwell. And we're doing something very similar, bringing students to the heart of campus, creating first-year experiences for our students in what used to be apartment style. So definitely changing what it looks like to live on the historic Horseshoe. We also are building new. So we're taking down McBride. It has been years in the coming, I believe, but we are going to put up a building that is going to house more than 800 students, again, right next to the heart of campus, right next to the library. We're also completing the honors addition that was scheduled to be done at different points in time, taken offline during COVID, and brought back with this project. So again, making sure that we have enough space for our first year incoming class size. So Thornwell, for example, we netted almost 80 beds to Thornwell. So changing it from apartment style to our first year suite style, we gained beds. When you look at the Honors and Sumter project, right now McBride only houses 250 first year students. We're gonna be able to house over 1,000 in that footprint. So we're really are gaining a lot of beds for our first year population.
It's smart investment.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about that historic campus core. Yes. What is inside all of this new capital investment around the Horseshoe, around the central part of campus for students to know and experience the Horseshoe like many of us did before we started kind of expanding outward a little bit?
Absolutely. I think that you've hit it, is what is that student experience and what brings life to the heart of campus more than students living there. And so when our upper administration had this vision of bringing students in, it's bringing that energy back to the Horseshoe, bringing students interacting on a daily basis, living and learning right at the very heart of campus.
When you hear from parents and students about where and where they want to live, especially for their first year experience, what do they tell you, or what are you hearing from them, whether it's the choice between a new campus village or a renovated Thornwell, in terms of where it's located on campus, what they feel is most important?
Absolutely. I think that community is what they're really seeking, is how do I meet people? And designing buildings that is purposeful and intentional in that thought process of making a hallway and putting study spaces in it, making community kitchens, very community-oriented spaces where students can interact. I think that is the intention behind all of our designs and buildings. And it really truly is, how far do you kind of want to walk to campus? What interactions do you want in that regard? But that's what you'll find across our entire stock, is a lot of community where students are really interacting, and we really get to know students, and they really find their sense of belonging here at South Carolina.
Now let's meet Shrihan Ganesh Babu. He's an undergraduate student studying biochemistry and has invented a medical device that is designed to make the common medical procedure of intubation less invasive and safer for patients. I understand that you have invented a medical device that has made intubation safer.
Yeah, so intubation is one of the most common procedures. I think it's up to 20 million times each year. They place a tube down your throat to open the airway. Anytime it's going under surgery, they have lost consciousness, anesthesia, just anytime they need assisted ventilation. So there's a couple different problems with it. Initial intubation is definitely challenging. That's when you can really scar some of the trachea damage, cause oral damage. Our focus mainly is on the maintenance of intubation. So when patients are intubated for really long periods of time, they can have pressure and build up a pressure on the trachea wall and laryngeal wall that cause damage. And so what we do is we focus on more the maintenance of intubation and the trachea tube. So once the patient's initially intubated, they're stabilized, we then sit bedside, attached to the ventilator, and we just attach to the existing technology to constantly just control pressures, so it's stable for the patients throughout the multiple days that they are intubated. What really surprised me is the patients that come out of the hospital end up with injuries that are just a lot of times go undiagnosed, and patients sometimes end up not being able to talk, have permanent damage that stays with them for the rest of their life. So that's what really inspired me to take it from just a research project to an actual company.
So you designed and developed this in high school.
Yes.
And you decided to come to the University of South Carolina. How did you take that to the next level, and where do you stand now?
Support really started at USC. That was where I sort of found my first initial connections. But then we've been branching to other resources Columbia has. There's the Boyd Innovation Center, a huge group down in 5 Points, Massachusetts. They helped us really start to expand and grow. And then we also did an accelerator program through Launchpad. So they're another group from Greenville. USC's just been helpful in taking that to market. A lot of students have ideas. A lot of students have really great ideas. It's just the next step, taking it from an idea into something that's actually meaningful. And that's something we're obviously still working on as well.
You're majoring in biochemistry and molecular biology. Where do you see your future going?
The goal was pre-med, and I'm still debating whether med school or not. But right now the focus really is on focusing on the company. So when I graduate, the goal is to go full-time for at least a couple years or two.
Do you find yourself thinking about other applications for medical devices through this experience?
I think so, and that's one of the main reasons I think I still want to be a clinician is, this is an idea and this is a problem, and if we fix it, that's a really good step, but there's always going to be problems out there that need solutions.
Young entrepreneur. Your mind's always working, no doubt, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck in your future.
Thank you for having me.
What an impressive young man. He is off to a great start. Well, that's all the time we have for now. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to share it with your friends, family, and fellow alumni, and we'll see you next time right here inside Carolina.